Welcome to a new episode of Closing Day. My name is Jeff Delgrand and I'm your host. Everybody loves real estate. Whether you're buying a home, you own a home, you're renting, or anything in between, this show is for you. Now on this show, we're going to educate and inform. We're going to give you tips that are going to help save you money, save time, and hopefully make your whole real estate experience that much more enjoyable. We cover all types of topics here. We're going to cover buying homes, selling homes, buying homes with no money down, appraising homes, doing homes inspections, and today we're going to talk about staging. Now, for me, staging a home is getting home, putting my coat up on the coat rack, and it's staged. I think it's staged, although my wife tells me apparently that's not the way it's done. So today, to help me out, I've got Emily Lane, she's a co-owner of
Designed by Parasol.
Parasol, that was the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
And now, a professional stage, would we call you a stageologist, maybe?
We go with stager.
Stager.
Yeah.
Okay,
stager.
we do that.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me what is home staging?
So basically, we come into your home and we try to make it look as best as possible.
Right.
So when buyers are coming in to look at your home, they can kind of visualize themselves moving in. So we want it to look its best, and also hopefully you can get top dollar for your home, with it looking as good as it can.
Right. So what type of things would you do to make a home look good? Like hanging my coat up on the wall?
With a little more than that. So we bring in like lots of accessories, like lots of cushions, and like make your home kind of look decorated almost. So it's really like pleasing to the eye. So when you come in, there's like pops of color, like big scale art, lots of light coming in. So like lots of lamps, stuff like that.
All right. So before I was married, and if you came into my home, you probably would have said something about my beer furniture.
Probably, yep.
All right, and my Henry Fonda posters.
Yeah.
No.
No, we probably would have taken those down and put something else up, maybe with more color, maybe something more, maybe themed like the florals or kind of like a beach theme, stuff like that. Like something that's just like kind of relaxing, or pops of color is really kind of what we go for.
What color?
Pops of color, usually
Pops
turquoise.
Of color? Blue hair, maybe?
Yeah, maybe blue hair. We do actually use a lot of blue and turquoise in our decorating, so.
Okay, well,
yeah.
I might stick with the gray. I don't know if I'm going to go with the blue. We'll see. By the end of the show, I might.
You might, yeah. Actually, it would probably take really well on your hair, so I have to bleach my hair to get it this color, so.
Okay, I'll take your word for that. Now, what made you decide to get into home staging?
So, like Tanya and I, my co-owner of the business, her and I worked together for like 10 years at Pear Home.
Okay.
So a couple years ago, she decided to sell the business, and then we decided to start a business together. So we, working with home decor and stuff, we like kind of just like we were always in love with it. So we decided to just start an interior decorating and staging business together.
Okay, so how many years have you been doing it then?
We started January 2016.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So almost 3 years, not quite.
Not quite, yeah.
So home staging. Let's walk through the steps. You're going to walk into the front door of my home. You're going to tell me to pick my coat up off the floor and hang it on the wall.
Yeah, probably.
And then what goes on from there?
So basically what we do is we kind of go into the house beforehand, and we do like a walkthrough just so we can kind of see what the house is like. Sometimes we do suggest people paint beforehand and stuff like that. And then we usually make a list of like, say they have like some furniture that we say needs to go.
Right.
We tell them that beforehand, and then we kind of make a plan ourselves. We take pictures. We'll load up our trucks on like the day we're going to stage, and then we drive it over and we schlep it all in and start one room by room usually. So we finish one room completely and then move on to the next.
All right, and what is there rooms you focus on more than others, or how does it all work?
I wouldn't say like we try to focus like on all of them. We kind of depends like kind of in what mood we're in that day. We'll start maybe upstairs in all the bedrooms and like do the master bedroom first. We usually kind of come up with a plan beforehand, so we'll do a color story in one room and so on, and work our way down. We usually, I don't know what it is, we always usually do the kitchen last. I don't know why, but it's just a thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, is that the most challenging room typically, or is it?
No, I think it's just because like it's the busiest room that
Right.
Maybe we just, I don't know why, it's just a thing. It's just like one of our things.
Well, that's Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember hearing about real estate. The kitchens and the bathrooms are the most important rooms in the house.
I find the kitchen is definitely like people want to see what the kitchen is like.
Right.
Because again, like every time you're at a party, where does everyone hang out? Everyone's always like they always end up in the kitchen. I think it's the most important room people are definitely looking at when they're going to look at a home for sure. Yeah. So we do like I don't know, maybe that's why we do it last. It's just one of those things. I'm not really sure.
All right. So if you're in a kitchen, what type of things would you do to it to make it look?
We try to keep it really simple.
Yeah.
We definitely want to have like less things on the counter. We don't want to make like we want to have pretty much it cleared. We'll do some dramatic like flowers or something to add some drama. We'd like to add like table linen, so adding pattern to the table, stuff like that. So yeah.
All right. So let's take it room by room. You go into a living room. What do you look for in living rooms?
We usually work with like people's furniture that they have. So depending on what the paint colors are, usually hopefully they're neutral, something neutral. We'll add a piece of art and then do cushions to go along with that, and then maybe add a rug, 2 tables with lamps. Just trying to make it look like it's like inviting to come in and like have a seat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That would make sense.
Yeah.
So you're at a front entranceway, and I guess you got all different sizes of front entranceways. Is there any tip you could give someone for the average front entrance? Not too cluttered, I guess, would be one.
Yeah,
of them,
like
but
less is more definitely. If there's like shoe racks or anything like that, get rid of them. Like shoe racks, we usually like try to keep it cleared of nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe like a mat, like a nice mat, just so when you come in, they do have somewhere to put their shoes if people are going to do like walkthroughs and stuff.
Right.
Maybe a mirror just to add some more light in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds good. What about in a bedroom?
Bedroom, definitely lots of like we like to add like warm light, so lots of lamps. So we definitely do like 2 lamps on 2 bedside tables for sure.
Yeah.
And then we like to keep everything really light and bright. So like a white quilt, like light bedding, stuff like that.
What about my Elvis on Velvet?
I don't think so. That might have to go.
All right,
tuck that into a closet.
I understand that. All right. And my mermaid lamp, that's okay?
Maybe, depending.
Yeah. Well,
you can have a beachy theme going on, then
right.
yeah.
Well, coming from blue hair, right?
Yes, yeah. I do enjoy mermaids, so I would maybe make it work.
Okay, so we've covered sort of the front entrance, the kitchen, the living room, bedrooms. Now, a lot of homes are made out of hallways. You know, and that's one of my pet peeves. I think it's a waste of space, but it's there. You know, it seems to be a necessary evil. What can you do with a hallway that's going to make any difference?
We usually, like, depending on how wide they are, we maybe just put some art on the walls. But other than that, we'd usually just keep it pretty simple down a hallway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yep.
Now, then this is the dreaded room, is the one in the basement, right? It's dark in most places. It's I don't know how you make a basement look warm and inviting,
if they're not finished, we usually just leave the basements.
Yeah, can't do much with it. But if it's a finished basement, what?
We would just do the same. If it was like a rec room, we would just kind of do the same thing we would do in like a living room. Just lots of light, pops of color if we can, depending on what the colors are down there. So we like to keep like everything light and bright, basically.
Oh, okay. All right. I remember reading a book back in the it was way back, maybe in the 80s, and their idea of staging a home was, you know, put on some soft music, stick some cookies in the oven, you're good to go.
Well, I mean, you still could do those things, but I think we definitely
have come a long way.
Come a long way for sure. Yeah, definitely. We bring so many things in to basically decorate your home while it's up for sale. So
right.
Yeah.
Now, what about, do you do anything from the outside? You know, there's that curb appeal. Do you give people advice on, you know, should they be looking for advice on what to do from the outside as well? Or?
Yeah, we definitely we'll say if you have gardens, keep them tidy, and if you have planters, let's put some new flowers in them if they're not looking so good. But yeah, definitely just to kind of keep it tidy and clean.
You have to come by my office. I think our planter outside needs some help.
Need some help? Okay.
Really
I'll pop over.
Yeah, that would be something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, so you're going to give advice. So I'm just thinking, I'm going to sell my house. I'm going to call a home stager. I should expect to get advice really from the driveway all the way in, room by room. And now, I imagine some companies would just take everything out of my house and then rent me all new stuff and put it all in. How would it work? What's the most efficient way? What's going to save me money yet help me?
So we try to work with as much as possible, like what the people have.
Right.
But if someone's selling like a house that's completely empty, then we'll bring in furniture and make it look like someone lives there, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, what's the most impactful thing someone can do to their house to help stage it?
We'll hire us, obviously. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, a qualified home stager, right?
Just
We'll take it at that.
If they like, what do you mean? Like, do just to like refresh it, or just like? I think paint goes a long way. Definitely, like refreshing up the paint in your house definitely can make it look like a totally different, like totally new.
Right.
Like, even if it's like the same color and it's just refreshly painted, it definitely helps for sure. And the trims and the baseboards, it definitely makes a difference for sure.
Okay. Now, paint. I mean, I can paint, like painting, but when it comes to colors, I'm not colorblind, but I don't have good taste with color.
Yes, like choosing paint colors is pretty challenging, so we do offer paint consultations as well to help people choose the right colors. Because a lot of people, I think, they find that really challenging to find the right color because maybe they can't visualize it like in the big scheme of things.
Right.
So we definitely can help with that too.
Okay. I mean, and this is, I'm asking some of these questions because I have a brother in Vancouver that's selling his home, and he's saying, I told him, that we're going to be doing a staging show, and he's like, Jeff, see what tips you can pick up for me.
Yeah.
So paint's one of the big tips.
Yes.
And, obviously he can find staging companies out there.
Yep.
So if he can find someone who's qualified to give him the right advice, find someone to give him paint consultations, is that what you called it?
I would definitely hire someone to help you choose colors just because it's something that's pretty challenging to do.
Right.
People might not think it is, but it is.
I couldn't imagine. So I can't pick colors, so yeah, I would definitely need someone's help to do that correctly.
Totally.
Now, you brought some pictures in, some before and after pictures.
Yep.
And I think one was of a bedroom and one was of a living room?
I think a dining room.
Dining room.
Yes.
So what we're going to do when we come back after the break is we're going to pull these pictures out and get you to walk us through the stages of what it takes to stage a room and make it look great after from the before.
Okay, great.
All right?
Awesome.
All right, thanks very much.
No problem.
We'll see you after this.